Good morning everybody, and this is your Dow Jones day trade setups for today. So this thing is sideways. I'm not going to try and second guess it at the moment. If you look at the S&P and the DAX, there are signals for longs and shorts, and you're probably going to get burnt on any one of them. To be honest, you're going to have to keep your stop relatively tight and position size small. But non-farm payrolls coming out. Look at my oscillators, massive divergence here, separation of the oscillators, and we're rolling up. But when you look at the price action on the lower time frames, that is not the case. So we are defending this 37,462 area, and remember we are at an all-time high here, so there's nothing else. There's no other structure to the left. For me personally, I think we need a decent retest. We need some kind of a move to the downside, just to reset the weekly oscillator. So we are extremely overbought on the weekly, and we can't just keep on going up straight like this. So the market zigzags and up and down, so you're definitely looking for some kind of a pullback. So 36,979, 36,300, and in between that is this juicy level as well, which is 36,613. So nothing really to read into the 8 hour. It looks like it's just ranging, and you look at the oscillators, but I suspect it probably is a range. We're not going to get much higher than where we are. Most of the traders will be waiting for a deeper reset. So the bears are trying to push this down at the moment to get better value lower down. So we'll have to wait and see what transpires. Remember, non-farm payrolls today, so that could also impact us as well. So moving on to 3 hour, and that's your cue to smack that like button. You will see a pretty juicy pin bar, and if we just take this swing high, which was a daily high on the 20th of December, roughly, I'll get that exact, but it's somewhere in that area. You can see we tested it. We've rejected it with a 3 hour pin bar. We are below the moving averages. The moving averages have crossed over, but we are still above the 150 EMA. So for me, the trend is still up. Until we cross this on the 3 hour, the trend is still up. So long-term trend is up. The minute we start dropping down to the intraday levels, we start getting potential confirmations of a trend reversal. So one thing that bugs me here is on the 3rd of Jan, you can see we had this range bar, but as I said to you yesterday, it's not really. I'm going to take it with a pinch of salt, because we are below the 150 here, but it's just a range bar like that during data. It's just confusion. There's nothing else to it. So we did get back up and test this area with a proper pin bar, so it's 37,712, and all the moving averages crossed over, and now we're back below them. So the minute you start dropping down the 15-minute, this is where it gets relatively interesting. So strong break above the 150 EMA. You would have been forgiven for thinking that you're going to build a base for a move to the upside, and that didn't materialize. It just moved down and continued drifting lower. So it's very difficult to get into this trade. There's no way I would have taken it, because we would have broken up above the 150 here. So I would have been looking for opportunities to the upside, and pretty much off this area here, which is 37,662. But we dropped to the downside. So 50-50 at the moment. We could be looking for a change in direction, but if I look at the hour at the moment, I think we are gearing for a break below this 37,462. So the only way I'm going to be trading the Dow Jones is if we have a solid break below this 37,462 and a pullback and a retest of it and start rolling. That's the only short I'll be interested in. Longs, at the moment is going to have to get above 37,712, build a base above there for longs. I don't think we're going to get longs at the moment. I think we are building for a pretty strong bearish bar on the weekly. So whether we close in this area or we do drop below, that's kind of the view that I've got at the moment. And it's going to set us up for next week. That's basically what's going to happen. I don't think we're going to be moving much higher, to be honest. This is looking like a top. It's looking like a rounding top. So that's kind of my outlook at the moment. We do have a bit of a gap opened just below this level, and if you look left, there's a lot of interest here, 37,400. So yeah, that's kind of my view at the moment. You could, sorry, let me just add, I just spotted something. So let's get back to the 15 minutes here. Okay, so you have this area where we are right now, 37,534. So price moves down, bounces off one of these levels, the downside comes up and rejects this area. That would be a short opportunity. The other short opportunity would be up here at 37,598, 37,600. Also makes sense, nice round number. And just below it, perfect ambush zone, right on the 150 EMA, 37,574. So any rejection here would be well worth taking, but your profit or your take profit would be here at 37,462. If you drop below that, I suspect you'll be caught by 37,409, 37,400, bounce back up, and whatever rejection happens inside bars, engulfing bars, or pin bars on the level, that's the trade to take to the downside. Okay, anyway, that's it for me, and I will catch up with you on Monday. Cheers for now.